Ladies and gentlemen, Kim here. Welcome to the daily update. Hope you guys had a good day trading today. Market is slightly up. You can see that S&P is up about 0.2%. Pretty much flat throughout the day. Nasdaq is pretty flat. I think small caps up a little more today, and transport looks like it's up a little more, but everything else a little bit flat here. I am recording this intraday. We have another 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go before market closes. So you will see some changing of the prices on the change and things like that. But as we do this analysis, market should be closing soon here. So it looks like as we get into the last 5 minutes of trading, starting to try to push here. I'm gonna make this video titled "Can the Bulls Push Higher?" Part 2. We talked about yesterday how the buyers are tired, bulls are tired, knowing the fact that my oscillators were tired at overbought level, and we talked about how can they push higher. And it looks like this morning we did see a slight gap down. That's not enough because that 327 is that support level. This is where we gapped up yesterday, and we saw some fluctuations in that level support. So that small gap down wasn't enough. They needed to gap below 326, which we talked about yesterday. And with that slight gap down this morning, looks like buyers came in, brought it up, continued higher on the second hour. We got the third hour, we stalled a little bit. Fourth hour, flat. Fifth hour, we came back down to retest 327, 328 level. You can see that lower wick here. Again, that dip was bought. You can see that this level, this level, this level, this level continued to act as support here. And then this is last hour. We got 3 minutes to go now, and looks like buyers are pushing up here. And as I analyze this market, as the market is closing here, you can see that my short-term moving average has caught up now. I think yesterday when we analyzed it, my short-term moving average was here, 326 area. With this move, that the price is floating higher today, pretty much flat but floating up, the short-term oscillator has gotten back up here, meaning now that short-term moving average is guiding that gap area at 327. Bears need to fill this gap. Bears did come down couple times, 4 times here to fill this gap, attempt to fill this gap, and failed. And with that, buyers are taking advantage right now. We got 2 more minutes to go here, and price is looking to continue higher. Looks like we're breaching a little bit of that gap a little bit. Let's check out that oscillator here real quick. So I'm going to blow it up so you can see this was yesterday. This is this right at the top here. And we talked about how buyers are tired. And the biggest question was, well, buyers are tired. Can the bears take advantage of that situation and bring the price down? And you guys, if you've been following my videos last several months, we talked a lot about, well, price can correct through time and price can correct through price. So when we're dealing with overbought sentiment, it's not always a short setup, or it's not always time to short, because the trend can continue higher while the oscillator can reset while the price going sideways, right? But as of now, as of today, we're kind of like, we're really at the top of its band. We're not really coming back down to 80 level. We're not even retesting this resistance here. So if I move back out, you see sometimes a little bit where there will be some move where we hang around a little bit here, hang around a little bit here, hang around a little bit here, but we're at that extreme overbought level. We're hanging around. And so basically, currently we're dealing with overbought sentiment. Buyers are tired. Bears are not able to materialize it. And so buyers are taking advantage of that. So, okay, market just closed, looks like, and the S&P's 0.36%. It's still going higher. 3.7%, 0.37%. It closed at 329.89. That's a rather strong close, given the fact that, you know, market has been lethargic pretty much all throughout the day. And we actually did make a new high here. Just looking at last couple days. So we did breach a little bit of that gap here. Like I said yesterday, we are overbought. So for bulls to just try to march higher, it's going to be difficult because we're dealing with the gap area. And you can see the oscillator is at that overbought level. Bulls are tired. So just marching higher is going to take a lot of this kind of stuff where it goes up a little bit, you know, sideways, a lot of sideways, a lot up and down, especially when the oscillator is at overbought. Like I said yesterday, best bet for the buyers is gapping up, a big gap up. Bigger the better. A big gap up will be good because once it gaps up, the oscillator is not going to move on a gap up. So when we gap up and then if it fades or sideways, then I think this could pull back, you know, and then you get that oscillator to reset, maybe meet with the support level right here, right? And then gap up sideways or grind, and then go up and fill this gap, possibly make another move before this thing completely resetting down and then pulling back, maybe more significant or a more sizable way. But so just like what I said yesterday, sentiment is still saying we should, despite the fact that trend is in an overbought sentiment, but overall posture still be bullish. Bulls can still push, right? And just the way it closed the day, potentially we could see a gap up. And sizable gap up with the best thing for the buyers because they're already dealing with overbought tired sentiment. Buyers are tired. They trying to march higher. They're trying to continue, you know, grind higher. It's not going to work. Bears are going to come out and we may see some kind of a weakness when that happens, maybe come back down to retest some of these gap area. Best case, big gap up and then just lag all day and then let this oscillator reset. So that's kind of what I'm proposing. What I think is the best for the buyers is a big gap up and lag all day. And then let this oscillator just come back down and then get up, right? That would be the best bet. At this point, you know, there's no bearish case. Only bearish case we have is that we are overbought. Only thing bears can really hope for is a shenanigan. Some just shenanigan gap down or something. But benefit of the Dow goes to buyers in all terms. Now they're making higher highs and higher lows here. As you can see, that's a high, that's a higher high, that's a higher high. Short-term moving average, mid-term moving average. We still got this gap still open. So bullish in all terms. Benefit of the Dow goes to buyers in all terms. Buyers are tired, however. Bears want to take advantage of that. Buyers need to gap up and lag all day and reset that oscillator. I'll come back for you guys tomorrow. We'll look at things and we'll re-examine and we'll go from there. You guys have a wonderful evening and good luck trading tomorrow.